Indian Standard Time. And today we will discuss about point of view or data objects which are found when you export the data into XML from Tally using for any report. Right. So Tally basically allows you to export the ODBC data, which is a summary snapshot, as well as the XML data. Now, when you export XML data, then for amount, rate, as well as the quantity. So basically, Tally basically what happens is, so it uses something called a compound data object. So compound data object is that within the same object, within the same method, you can have multiple attributes which are stored. So you can have a number, you can have a unit, you can have a quantity, and you can have it so forth. Now that comes as part of the XML export, and we found that cleaning the same using both C Sharp as well as SQL Server was very complex. So for compound data objects, for example, if you had say 23 per unit or 23 per kgs, then one has to use something called within the SQL Server substring, pat index, char index, or you have to use split string to get the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So Tally has a certain format and order in which it stores the data attributes. The issue, however, what we found was that those number of attributes can vary. Sometimes it can be one, sometimes it can be two, sometimes it can be three, sometimes it can be four, and so forth. So that is one thing which we found when we handle the compound data objects. The other issue why we actually gave up on the XML actually export was because we were trying to make the sales register from the daybook, but we had to work across multiple companies, right? Because we were not making it only for one company, but we had to make it for multiple companies. So we decided to go for it. So how exactly we went up, how exactly we resolved the problem for compound data objects for amount, rate, and quantity was we went back into the Tally TDL code, made our own collection, and cleans the data within the TDL code. So when we export the data from Tally, say for example quantity or amount or a rate, then we use two different fields. One could be a string wherein we bring the entire entity, but the other could be that we could use a number field. And if we use a number field, then and format is no symbols, and we only get the number. Similarly, for getting simply the we actually pick up the master from the item master and so forth. So what we were able to do it, when we exported the data onto the JSON feed, we got completely cleans data. So for example, rate was simply 23, amount simply the number, and then the other compound entities like currency and so forth, we use the various Tally inbuilt function to extract the same and keep it as separate columns. So that is how when we process the data across multiple companies, it became a lot easier for us to do so. It became a lot easier for us to do so. So one of the reasons why one can look at looking inbuilt TDL objects, TDL functions, to extract the data from Tally is because of the compound data object. So the same object of Tally can have multiple attributes, and we use inbuilt TDL functions for extracting the same. So this is what my this live session was for. And in case you need to extract the data for your web application, for your mobile app, and you are looking at detail, amount, credit, and details which are from the transaction history, from the raw Tally data, please do get in touch with us. In case you're looking at more details and what is available in voucher ledger and so forth, then please do get in touch. Now, the reason why we had to go for XML and not ODBC, right? Because Tally is the data and ODBC also is. Because Tally and then ODBC gives a summarized snapshot. We were not getting the complete details, right? We were not actually getting the complete details. We were getting a summarized snapshot. What we needed was the details at the voucher level, for the bill and the batch and so forth. And because we needed to link the various voucher level attributes, for example, inventory movement with ledger movement and so forth, to bring into a single table. So therefore, we went ahead with an XML, which is a more detailed extent, and thereafter made our own collections and developed the module. Thank you so much for your time. And with this, I come to the end of the demo. I've given the detailed contact list. So in case you have any queries or you have any extraction or migration requirements, please do get in touch with us. Thank you.